landing an online job does not have to take forever. Some of you I hear have been applying to remote jobs and online jobs for like years, which is insane to me. Hi, I'm Esther Inman, CEO and founder of Virtual Assistant Internship, where I have helped hundreds of women work online in legit jobs being paid by the hour or project long term for the last 5 years. I worked online myself for 6 years. I started as a virtual assistant, and that is what I've helped so many more women do as well. All right, so let's go into 3 super hot tips to help you land an online job fast. Okay, ready? Tip number 1. And this is if you have already been working online or if you've just been really struggling to break into it. Either one of these is gonna help, okay? So the first one is ask people in your network. So often we just are getting stuck on job boards, and I am gonna give you a couple of really, really good remote job boards that you can try. I'm gonna give you 5 of them. But the first and easiest place to start is actually think and do a brainstorm of who in your life, friends, family, acquaintances, those people you know at church, do you know that owns their own business? Because all businesses, whether it's a bar, whether it's a restaurant, whether it's a clothing shop, or it's an online business like e-commerce or a blogger, anybody, they all need help. That's the biggest thing that they have in common. And they all need help from somebody like you. So go and ask your friends and family that you personally know, or if you've been working in the industry for a little while, the first place you should go back and look is your old clients or old people who've hired you before. Even if it was just an internship that you did for free, ask them very specifically in a very nice, polite way if they have any referrals for you, because you're taking on some more work right now. And I hope that encourages you that if you've been struggling to get started, that once you get your foot in the door, it just continues to go and go and go. I call it, it's like a waterfall, okay? All right, number 2. You can and should be using remote job boards as well, but I don't want it to be 100% of what you're doing. You need to be doing a little bit of everything if you're trying to get some work, okay? But here are some job boards that are very legit, okay? It's not Upwork or any of those ones that pay you $2 an hour to type things, okay? Very legit job boards that have both remote jobs, contractor jobs, in a variety of different niches and areas for a variety of different skill levels, okay? So my favorite ones are mine. Oh my God, you have a job board? Yeah, I do. If you go to bit.ly/weekly job pack, it will allow you to sign up for the weekly job pack. I send it out every Friday. We have 7 to 10 jobs from a variety of niches and a variety of different areas of legit online jobs, both remote, contract, both. So I send those out on Fridays, and you can enroll via Messenger. Okay. So the next one is Guavabean. They're relatively new, and you might see me and some other friendly faces on there as people that have been interviewed before. They're amazing. They send tons and tons of jobs out every single week, and even if you don't qualify for the ones you're seeing, I hope that it starts to get you excited about what's possible to do online. The other one I really love is Power to Fly. It's a great one. It's kind of a women empowerment type of brand as well, and they have all kinds of great online jobs and remote work resources too. Pangaean is another one that we really like. They have a really big Facebook group as well as an email list, and they have some really good jobs that get posted and shared as well. And then the last one that I love is run by a buddy of mine in the space. I've met her from working online. Her name is Deb, and she runs Remote Work Hub. Those 5 alone would give you so much to apply for every single week. And like I said, if you're not seeing anything that you qualify for, except for some like customer service and data entry or like typing jobs, then it's time for you to upskill so that you can start applying for some of the other work out there. All right, number 3, my other biggest tip, this isn't a place to look, but it is something that's going to be really important to get you work, is you need to have a portfolio and you need to have a remote appropriate and a remote ready resume. If you've been writing your resume on Word documents using these like templates that your high school guidance counselor told you to use, or the templates that came in Microsoft Word, or you like Googled resume and that's what came in. I'm sorry, but that's not going to work. We're talking about like remote work. So the more creative that you can be and show them that you know how to use text things, you know how to use tech programs, you're savvy. If you're applying for like a graphic design or a web design role and you're sending in this old Word document email, like, do you see how this does not compute? So you need to have a really amazing resume using a fab template. And you really want to highlight what the skills are that you have that are relevant to that particular job. In this industry, unless you're going for a really corporate-y remote role, they don't really care about gaps in your resume. So great resources to make an awesome remote resume is with Canva. They have all these beautiful resume tools. Pick a few colors, pick 2 fonts, put a picture of yourself that's professional and nice looking on there, and make sure that you tailor the resume. Every time you send it, you need to be tailoring it to the job that you're applying for, okay? So you don't just have one resume that you're sending all the time. You can have a template that you kind of edit each time. That's fine. When I was doing this, I was applying for project manager roles, I was applying for virtual assistant jobs, and I was applying for content writing jobs. And so what I would do is I had a resume template for each of those, but I edited it every single time depending on the job I was applying for. So you can have a couple different templates that you're using so it's less editing each time you have to send them, but it needs to have like exactly what they're looking for needs to be at the top part of your resume. Otherwise you're just gonna get scrolled on by. All right, and for a portfolio, what you want to do is, if you're trying to get a job doing social media or digital marketing or Instagram management or web design or graphic design or writing, video editing, like any of these things, most of them, the only one I can think of that wouldn't necessarily require a portfolio would be something like editing is hard to show, as well as like copy editing is hard to show, as well as customer service. But even those, you can probably get creative and have some really nice testimonials from people to show. But for a portfolio, what you want to do is you want to just have a really nice organized Google Drive, a really nice organized Dropbox. If you want to put a section on your website, that's fine too. And maybe you have a really clean bit.ly link or clean link like esthersportfolio.com, and then you have them up there for people to look at if you're tech savvy. I never did that, and I ran a 6-figure agency, but I just had a Google Drive. And then also what I would send with the Google Drive, it was all organized in folders. So it was like social media post examples, ebook examples, course examples, because my agency built courses, course slide examples, course workbook examples, like every folder, and then it just had the documents in there, view only PDFs. The other thing you can do is you can record a video using a tool like Loom or QuickTime and record yourself showing them something that you've built. So that is great for if you've built websites or sales funnels or graphic projects or something like that, that you kind of have to hand over to the client and they kind of own the URL now and it might change. So before you do that, you want to record a video and you can just talk about what you're looking at. You can use Zoom actually for this too. And just talk about, I made this and this and this, and it also gives them a chance to kind of hear about your personality as well. So that's another way you could do a portfolio. Personally for me, I always would send both. I would send, here's a link to my like samples, and then I would say, here's a video walkthrough of my samples. And it's just a Vimeo link that only can be viewed by them. You could do YouTube if you don't want to pay for Vimeo. I don't know if Vimeo costs money, but yeah. So those are my awesome tips. Now, are any of these going to be helpful for you? I would love to hear what the most helpful one is that you have forgotten. And I want to really encourage you, if you don't have skills to work online, or even if you do, and you're like, I already have admin skills, but I don't know what the frick to do online. This is so hard. It doesn't have to be hard. Let's unhard this, okay? That sounds really weird, but you know what I meant. Let's make this not difficult. Let's make this as easy as possible. That's exactly why I came up with my entire program, 90-Day VA, was because I had done this thing and people just kept asking me for it. And I had clients that were always asking me for, do you have any more referrals, more referrals, more referrals? And I didn't have anybody to refer. Well, now we have hundreds of women to refer, and why not you too? You get access into our remote job board that I run for my members only as 10 to 20 jobs. You think that the weekly job pack is something. Wait until you see this. I get them from my business, my personal network, the agency that I run to help get you guys jobs. Plus, we just scour the internet. And then we also includes the VA starter pack. So not only does it have all the skills required to be a virtual assistant, all of them, but it also includes the VA starter pack, which will give you the contracts that you need, how to find clients on your own besides these great tips, how to make an application kit, which is proprietary to my program, and it includes a template so that you can kill it every time you ever apply for a job, how to put that portfolio together, like really strategically, and have a mentor review it for you and give you feedback. Like, are you kidding? It's crazy. I would really encourage you to check out 90 Day VA because I think it probably makes sense for you, because it makes sense for everybody, whether you have skills or don't have skills and you want to be working online in 90 days or less. Or you can take the long way and watch this video again in a year and still be struggling. It's fine. Good luck. I hope that this was helpful.